There we go. Ba-da-ba. Still a little close. But I don't have my reading glasses. So, yeah. Yep. You have to deal with it. Oh. Sorry. Good enough. I like it. Alright, let's get the computer warmed up, the coffee flowing, and then we'll get started. Hello, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. There's nothing better than the first sip of coffee in the morning. Alright. We're set there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There we're live. We are live. Woo! It's a little chilly. Happy Sunday morning. It is currently 34 degrees here in Maryland on the East Coast. Chilly morning. Should get a little bit warmer today than it's been though. Excited about it. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where I'm drinking a little bit of coffee, chatting about the mead that we just made this week. This beautiful ale mead hybrid. This is my ale mead that I made in inspired the Norse god Thor. It's fantastic. Video came out yesterday. Go back and watch it. And the recipe's free in the description. You can literally make it yourself. All you need is less than $50 equipment and ingredients. And the equipment's reusable. So you make your own alcohol at home over and over and over again with equipment. Welcome to Old God's Meadery. If you don't know who I am, I'm your mead dummy, and I experiment with mead every single week. Every single Saturday, I come out with a brand new batch of mead. Every single one is brand new. I have never missed a Saturday, and I have never replicated a recipe. Every single one's an experiment to me. Batch 145 came out today. This is my ale mead inspired by the Norse god Thor. It's fantastic. The video that came out yesterday is beginning to end. It showed you exactly how I made every single step of the process, including the recipe for free. It is free in the description, so you can copy and paste it and replicate it yourself or make it your own. I also have a newsletter that just hit this morning. It just came out this morning. I think it's issue number 5. So if you did not get that, you can sign up in my link tree up top. It is absolutely free as well. Send it out 7 o'clock every Sunday morning. It has a little recap of last week, including the recipe in a printable version, and also a little bit of tease that's coming out next week. And that's going to hit video-wise until tomorrow, so you get a little bit of snippet of a heads up of what I'm going to be doing next week. So stay tuned. A brand new mead until Saturday. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world. Hello. Independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest is actually from Africa. Over 20,000 years ago. There's evidence in ancient China about 10,000 years ago. Evidence in ancient Central America. And of course, Northern Europe, where they've traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. But what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. And that's something we have in common, and I think that's awesome. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Hello, Ro. Good to see you, sir, here. Hello. Good morning, happy Sunday. It should be a lot of fun. I'm drinking coffee, chatting about the ale mead that came out yesterday. It's actually considered a braggot mead. I didn't advertise that. That's what we would call it in the mead community. There's lots of different styles of meads. I don't like using any of those names for the biggest reason. The main goal here is to show the simplicity of mead making, get as many people interested in this amazing hobby and community. It's an ancient hobby, amazing community. And if you start using like terminology that really confuses people, I don't think it attracts newcomers to this amazing, like I said, hobby. So it is a hybrid between beer and wine. Honey wine is my ale mead. It's an alcohol. This one is probably around 13-15%. And I showed you exactly how I made it. You can absolutely replicate it yourself. The recipe's free in the description. The video that came out yesterday, go back. Regardless of what you do, make sure and comment on the videos. That helps the algorithm out. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. We also bottled, I don't have one near me. On Wednesday, I go live right here, right where you are right now. I go live to show you different stuff of the mead making process live. Last Wednesday, we bottled some blueberry mint mead. So I showed you the bottling process live. It was a lot of fun. And this coming week, we're going to be starting a brand new batch. So if you're just jumping in, some elderberry mead is one of my favorites. You cannot go wrong with elderberry. I can see why you fell in love with it. But you started at the top, in my opinion. Everything else is going to be a little bit lower than that. But I'm sure you're going to love lots of different. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Rogue. We have lots of great stuff into this week. If you did not get the newsletter, shame on you. Sign up for my very free newsletter in my profile. And maybe I'll send a second round out later today. And then those that signed up this past week, we very diligently sent you the previous copies too. That's probably not going to go ongoing because now we're getting to the amount of people. It takes a long time to do that. But you will get one every single Sunday morning if you sign up at all going forward. So I'm not going to promise any back orders, but you definitely will get all the upcoming ones. It is free. Also in my profile, there is an awesome mead that I made. It's currently on Amazon. You can get it in hardcover and softcover, paper cover. It's just a journal where you can record all your mead recipes, or you can record mine and tweak them and make it your own. You can also buy some amazing mead t-shirts in my Etsy shop. Lastly, and most importantly, there is an amazing Discord channel that my great buddy Scott, who is actually here in the comments, made. It's a safe place to go for mead makers of every skill level. You can go over there, jump in, share your ideas, recipes, behind-the-scenes pictures. There is a yeast chart. There's equipment list. There's even a we have heard of, at least meadery-wise. My favorite being this Linganore mead from a place called Linganore Wine Cellars here in Maryland. There's also this Danks. You can't order this. You have to go buy this in your local liquor store. The Viking Blood, the most famous commercial mead out there. Welcome to God's Meadery. And I do this every single Sunday. Every Sunday I'm live here to just talk about the previous day's mead. Every single Saturday, a new batch of mead comes out. This is the last themed one for this year. This is out of my Norse batches. This is my Thor mead, ale, mead. Now we've got three weeks in a row of holiday meads. I've been talking a little bit about it, so you guys know. It's also in the newsletter they just said this morning. And I will put out like a little video tomorrow morning showing you my agenda officially for the week. But you have your Yule mead will hit this coming Saturday. Your Christmas mead the week after that. And then your newest batch of mead the week after that. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're going to hit off 2025 really hard with an awesome pop culture mead that I'm very excited about. That another one that like really I had a lot of fun with. So stay tuned. Tons of great meads. I have all the way through January 2026 down. A lot of those meads for the first few months are already in progress. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to like a commercial mead, if you're going to go to your local liquor store, this is the coolest one you can get. This is from a company called Danks. They're out of Denver, so you can't get it shipped to you unless you get it third-party shipped, like through a Total Wine or another big retailer. This is their Viking Blood. They come out in 5 different flavors. This one is probably the most common one just due to the name. It's an hibiscus and ginger mead. It's from a recipe from the 1700s, like all their meads are. The coolest part, it's not the best mead in my opinion. It's a good mead though. But they come with these really awesome ceramic bottles. They have these Nordic runes inscribed on the top. Vikingears, this one is a hops. So all of them come in different awesome colored bottles. That's your most common if you're going to go shopping. Another one that really this year is from a company called Bunranty. This is actually an Irish mead. Some of the snobs would tell you it's a honey wine, which means it's a story, but it means it was made with grapes. But this is another one if you're like introduction wise. My favorite one that you would have to order is, again, from this place, Linganore Wine Cellars. They make tons of great wines. I'm a big fan of their collections, and they're all pretty inexpensive. This one is their mead. They supply the Maryland Renaissance Festival with the mead every year, so you know it's a legit mead. This one is like $15. You cannot go wrong, and this one will get shipped if you order through their website. It's LinganoreWineCellars.com. I am not affiliated. I'm just a big fan. I also just did a review of their blueberry wine that I had a lot of fun with, and I've got another one in my pocket I'll show later this week. Good morning, Corey. Very good to see you. Happy Sunday. Hopefully it's warmer there than it is here, but it's probably... But that's what coffee's for, and getting all excited and passionate. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Meadery. Now things calm down, we can chit chat about whatever you guys want. I am really proud of this mead though. This ale mead. This is made with malt and hops, hop pellets, and it smells and kind of tastes like an IPA. I know a lot of people aren't IPA fans. I'm not a huge IPA fan myself. In fact, I don't drink a lot of beer. Very rarely, maybe like once or twice a year even. But it would get the beer lovers into mead making. You know, any beer snobs, make that mead for them. You might turn them. You might turn them. Hello, Dennis. Good morning. Yeah, you can get all your supplies for relatively cheap, though. A 2-gallon fermenting bucket and a 1-gallon glass carboy, my two main components. Both of those are relatively cheap. In fact, you can get carboys in like 4 counts for relatively cheap. You want to spend a little bit more money up front. That way you can make more mead long term. You also need some kind of little mini hand pump siphon is what I use, and then airlocks. And that's really all you need from a very basic starting level. And then you can expand your collection after that. But that would give you enough to make a gallon batch worth of alcohol. 1 gallon will translate to about 4.5 of these wine bottles, 750 milliliter bottles. So, and then the expense after that, all of that equipment I just named is 100% reusable. You never need to replace it unless something goes wrong with it. The only expense after that that's major is the honey after that. So, and honey's a little bit expensive. I would say the general population recommends you put between 2 and 4 pounds worth of honey per gallon. I am right in the middle. I use 3 pounds per gallon. But yeah, definitely join the Discord. All of that information and much, much more is in there. Scott does an amazing job. A very safe place for people to go and ask lots of questions. Woo-wee! I love morning coffee. It has been a fun weekend so far. I actually was working yesterday, but I went out of my lane a little bit. I'm just talking to you guys since I trust you guys. I tried out the TikTok promotional feature. I spent a little bit of money, and it did really well. I was pretty happy with it. I don't like paying for stuff like that, but it's pretty cool. So we should get another great batch of awesome new mead makers or people interested in the hobby and watching it. So I'm very excited about that. You guys know, probably heard by now, as of right now, TikTok's still shutting on January 15th, so just over a month from now, so stay tuned. I'm live right now on YouTube. So, that is the backup as of right now. I did not eat for anything for breakfast. I typically don't eat breakfast. Sometimes on my days off like this I do, but I have not eaten any breakfast. I don't plan to, unless, you know, I probably won't. I'll wait till lunch. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is just completely different. Like, it's actually on my agenda today. I have a little bit of downtime planned today. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I love YouTube. I've always been on YouTube. But I've mostly used it to archive my videos because you can't do TikTok. Stuff just gets buried and it's gone. YouTube, you can actually formulate your playlists and kind of keep things going. So I've always had my YouTube, but I haven't put enough effort into it. So I am going to be doing that going forward. But like I said, I'm live on it now. So easy to do. Mead is the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. But in a simplistic definition fashion, it is made in a fashion as wine, except we use honey for the fermentation process instead of grapes or other fruits. But every combination, like the menu you see in front of you, exists in between. As long as it's 51% or more honey sourced for the fermentation, it is considered a mead. So it's closer to wine than anything else. Most of my stuff runs between like 10 and 15% alcohol, so it's quite a bit more than a typical beer, quite a bit less than a typical liquor. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? So, shame on you for not going to the Etsy shop and get. But it's awesome, awesome. You just gotta order one. Dennis. Good morning, good morning. For those just jumping in, welcome to the Guides Meadery. I make mead every single week, every single Saturday. A brand new batch of mead. Yesterday's with this amazing ale mead hybrid came out, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's crystal clear. The aroma is awesome. It tastes great. You can really convert some beer-loving friends over to mead making if you do that. I do not sell. I'm not licensed to sell, unfortunately. Hopefully this is a pathway to that eventually. But I do the next best thing. I show you exactly make it. Every single recipe is 100% free. The step-by-step videos that come out every single Saturday show you exactly how I do it. So you can just gather equipment and do it yourself. And replicate everything I'm doing. Tweak it, make it better. Unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get there. I will say, things are looking up and up. Fortunately, it looks like TikTok is facing its doom, which is where I've gone. I've spent a lot of great memories, some amazing friends I've met, so we got to just figure out a way to convert the community over somewhere else. And just, the petitions are out there. Sign the petitions. Make videos. If you're a content creator, make videos about your frustration with the decisions, the laws that are being put in place. I think unfairly to some social medias versus others. And yeah. But the least we can say, let's go down with and then we will regroup. If we lose the actual battle, we'll regroup and fight the war from another platform. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, every single one's free. All you gotta do is the description's in the video, or if you go to my link tree up in my profile, the very top thing on there is a newsletter that I launch every single Sunday. Today's already came out, but if you sign up today, I'll try to get back and send out everybody that signed up today. And then every Sunday you'll get the issue going forward. It has a recap I did last week, printable version of the actual recipe. And, yeah, a little tease of what's coming next week. But I'll tell you since you're here, and there's no proof that I said it, unless you're recording me. Next week is your Yule mead coming out this coming Saturday. It's going to be pretty good. Christmas mead after that, and then New Year's mead. And then we're done. Then we're starting 2025. I have some really awesome meads for the first 3.5, maybe 4 months. And then my categories are switching up. I can't wait to show you guys the stuff I've been working on in the background. I'm very excited about it, though. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good morning, the old God's Meadery. I forgot to charge my computer last night. That's good. We got enough for this. I'm just going to have to work on it later with it charging. But yeah, most importantly, if you're brand new, please go back, watch the video. It came out yesterday. Comment on it, share it, follow it. You know the routine. There'll be a lot of more in the pipeline. I can't wait. Yeah, yesterday was exciting. Excuse me. I'm a little like groggly. I worked all day, and then we had the local town, Christmas parade. I had to wrangle a bunch of kids and march them down the street. It's cold, really cold. So, not complaining. Very lucky dude. But yeah, it was exhausting. You know, when you're cold, like you just get tired faster. That's how. By the time I got home last night, I was like a rock. Out, done. Ooh, army ball. You must have dressed fancy. You must have dressed fancy. Hello, thank you, Des. Ah, got the kilt out. Nice cold winter breeze coming up that kilt. That is a pic that you need in your head. Scott, I got a couple things to do early morning, and then I'll call you, I don't know, a couple hours. Start thinking. Let's nail down some dates next year. Oh, God. 2 of you guys in kilts. 2. Ah. So, yeah, nobody like in my immediate family to drink this stuff. I have one of my very best family friends likes bourbon, and I also love bourbon. So that's usually where the two of us coincide when we're out together. Yeah, most of the stuff either give away or have parties every once in a while here where I just make it, try it, and I give me reviews. Proud of your ancestors, like you should be, like you be. Still, it's a hairy situation, if you know what I'm saying. I am not drinking mead. I'm drinking black coffee, my favorite. I don't drink in the mornings ever. That's not true. 3 times a year I do. But it's the 3 holidays that things are closed. It's Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I join myself an Irish coffee that I make from scratch. When I say make from scratch, the really only thing I do is I make the whipped cream. I try to put like a Jameson or something, like an Irish whiskey, in it, and then yeah, some nice black coffee. I just make it. I make way more than I drink. Good morning, Richard. Good to see you. I wouldn't say because things are closed is why I do it. My favorite tradition on days that nothing is going on, I live an incredibly busy schedule. An incredibly busy schedule. I'll give you guys a little insight into my life. You know, that's kind of how my life is. I work a lot. I got all of my children are in like 2 or 3 activities each. I am a very, very, very busy person. So when things are closed, my tradition, have a little cocktail in the morning, take a 10 o'clock. That's what I like to do. That's what I like to do. I do not make other types, but I mean, I make lots of different hybrids. But mead is the general basis of what I do. Liquor, for the most part, you would need to distill. There's, some other methods, but which you need, some distilling equipment, which I don't. I made, I don't really dabble in beers because I don't enjoy beers, except for yesterday I made an ale mead hybrid, which was really awesome. But that's kind of it. It wouldn't be a Sunday morning unless you guys were judging me. That's just the way it is. And if I'm gonna get judged, I prefer it to be by my favorite people. The highest I've ever done is I had one that read 22%. I've seen a couple consistent 18%. Most of my stuff is sort of like 13% though. I do not sell, but do the next best thing. I show you exactly how I make it, and I give you my recipes for free. How would I know? It was a question, and I do check some things in the background sometimes. But it's been a while. I switched back over to EC1118, and I did a couple tests behind it. I was like, oh, yeah, this is exactly how I remember it. So, I appreciate that. Thank you. Could be a really fun day. I got some videos to record for later in the week. I've got a couple batches to rack behind the scenes to get ready for the future for you to watch. And I've got some organization stuff to do. I'm really really excited about like the new schedule coming out in April. I'll give you an exact date. It will be it's actually going to be May. May 3rd. May 3rd is the first official day of the new schedule, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So right now, my mead comes in one of 3 categories. I did start the year with the 13 Colonies meads, but I retired it. It didn't do well, and I didn't enjoy as much as I was hoping I would. But the playlists are still up there. I did, I think, 9 of the original 13 states. So you can go back and watch it. And then my current ones are my holiday meads, which I'm coming out with 3 in a row in the next coming weeks. Yule, Christmas, New Year's in the next 3 weeks. That category is going to stick. I love that category. I'm going to do that throughout 2025 for the foreseeable future. But I also do Norse gods and goddesses. Like yesterday, I came out with this amazing ale mead hybrid. This is inspired by the Norse god Thor. If you know anything about Thor, he loved mead. He loved ale. So I made him an ale mead, and I'm definitely sure that this one got his attention. Very excited about it. And then I also do a pop culture batches that will run all the way through April next year. Those are inspired by books, video games, movies, whatever. And I've got some really awesome ones. We're going to kick off 2025 with a really amazing... well, I was about to give you a hint, but I'm not going to. I retract myself. So... Son of Odin. But yeah, Thor mead has been a lot of fun. Really proud of it. Really proud of it. But yeah, there's a Norse playlist. So go back and watch all of the Norse meads that I've done throughout this year. Thor might be my favorite one, to be honest with you. Thor, like the Freya one was incredibly awesome. I love one. The Hell one was a lot of fun too. The Hell mead. Unfortunately, I cannot sell. I'm not licensed to sell, but I do the next best thing. I show you exactly how to make it in the videos, and the recipes are free in the description, so you can replicate it very easily. I make mead in the most simplistic fashion as I can. My main goal is to get as many people interested. Hey, I like that. Many people interested in this ancient hobby, amazing community as possible. Thank you. I felt like I was at the fairy festival. Yeah, it's incredibly easy to make though, and hopefully this is a pathway to making this commercially. I am having a ton of fun sharing my path, and I would love to do this as a profession, so keep grinding what they tell you to do. I have been doing it, and I can tell you that they're right. The reward I've gotten is not financial, but it is more than I could ever expect when it comes from like friendship levels and just amazing people that I've met. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. I am already far more rich in love, and I'm not kidding. Like, it's cliche, and you think I'm kidding. I'm far more rich than I ever expected to be, sharing what I love. So, I am incredibly happy, and I'm going to keep going. Maybe The financial part's supposed to be at the end. But yeah, my intentions are to get there. I promise. I spend a lot of time, most of us do, making a lot of money for other people. And I'd rather just make it for, the community that cares about it instead. Thank you. Thank you. There is no compliment. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Keep grinding. It's actually going really well. It was a great week on TikTok. Another good week on YouTube as well. If you guys sign up for my newsletter, it has, for transparency purposes, at the bottom, I put all of those two social media numbers that I track, the stuff that kind of keeps the dream alive. So you can see it in there, and you can see my struggles and where I get frustrated when it comes to the YouTube and TikTok numbers. I pull those numbers, a little behind the scenes secret. I pull those numbers Wednesday through Wednesday. I did run a promotional ad on TikTok against my better judgment, but I'm kind of happy with it, so we're gonna let it run. But those numbers won't reflect on this newsletter. You will see them next week, though. And they're incredible. I'm not gonna lie, they're incredible. We definitely got a new group of people that probably wouldn't have seen it otherwise, which, I hate, because I hate that's the way the algorithm works, but for times. You gotta try everything, right? My stuff's evolved. It's gonna continue to evolve until I die. I'm never gonna settle with what I do. And, yeah, this is part of the process. That's how I'm writing it off. It's part of the process. I like it. I didn't feel good doing it. Part of the process. First of all, it's 7:35 where I am, and second of all, it's coffee. It's coffee. I'm just talking about the alcohol that I made yesterday, my ale and mead hybrid. Always seek knowledge is how I live my life and how I always will. Hello. If you're just jumping in, welcome. We got a little sappy there for a second. The Old God's Meadery, where I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday, brand new batch of mead. I've never missed a Saturday, and I've never replicated a recipe. Batch 145 came out yesterday. This is my ale and mead hybrid, inspired by the Norse god Thor. The video came out yesterday. The recipe's free in the description. I'm getting really fast with those commercials. A feel-good episode after you guys made fun of me. Yep, that's true. Never have a day of work if you enjoy it. Let's get there. Hallmark Christmas episode. Let's put the Yule episode first. I'll pull the axe off the wall. Start breaking stuff, and then we'll do the Christmas one. Oh, what is that? That was cool. Thank you. You guys are too kind. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you, Scott. You're gonna make me blush in the Christmas episode. And then we gotta do a New Year's out, where we are gonna party like it's 2025. You're gonna make me blush. And I don't know if I'm blushing or I'm just windburned from this stupid weather. Have a great one, Dennis. I'll be in touch. Already. You guys are too kind to me. Thank you. My brain is spinning around. So once the coffee hits, I'm already planning off I got to do. I already have it written down, but now I'm getting detailed into brainstorming stuff. I'm very excited. I've got one Norse batch I still got to figure out the flavor of. That's on my high agenda today. So I'm working on that. And then I'm going to be... Tomorrow night, I'm going to be starting a few batches, including that one. And then, yeah, a few of the new stuff is already in progress. But I'll be working on some stuff for May later this week. It's got to be awesome. It's got to be awesome. I'll give you guys, since it's you guys. I think some of you know already. So I'm retiring the pop culture. I'm retiring the Norse goddesses. We're going to jump in with 3 new amazing categories to replace those. Some holidays. So we're going to be running a 4 MEAD schedule. I'm going to jump. The Norse goddess is actually evolving into a worldwide deities. So I'm going to be studying some religions from all over the world and making some really awesome MEADs. I'm really, really, really excited about this. I love learning, and hopefully I won't insult anybody in this process. But I'm going to make some MEADs. They're inspired by different gods from all over the planet, from lots of different cultures. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to try out the zodiacs. I'm going to make a MEAD per zodiac. And that should be a lot of fun too. I've got some really awesome flavors playing there. It's going to fall into like the 13 colonies where like only a small group of people is going to care about it. So we'll see. I'm going to stay optimistic and positive about it. And then we're jumping into a more controversial one. We're going to do some Will It Meads. We're going to address some recipes that have been controversial. Some recipes that you don't know yet that will be controversial. It's going to be awesome. It definitely will be hurtful. If I insult anybody, it's going to be on accident, for sure. So I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to study what I can first. But you never know. You never know. You have feelings. Yep. Maybe all those. I don't know. I'm not going to replicate something that other creators done. I can tell you that right now. If I do, it'll be something completely like, it'll be in the realm, but different. So long before you saw the Mountain Dew mead, I was trying to replicate like root beer and stuff with natural ingredients. I wasn't taking root beer and making alcohol out of it. I was actually trying to replicate the taste of root beer with flavors. Those videos have been up for years, so just saying. I try not to be gimmicky. But it'll be fun. Like I said, lots of fun stuff in the pipeline. All starting May 3rd will be that new schedule. But don't worry, I have a brand new mead every single Saturday from now until forever planned. So I literally have the 2026. I just got to like nail down some of the flavors of those. A lot of them I have already. I've been working. You guys know when I get excited about something, I don't. And I've been working on a lot. You can't get. I don't sell, and I don't sell even in the U.S. Definitely, I don't ship across the seas. But I do show you exactly how I make it. You can replicate yourself. You just need some equipment. You can get off of Amazon. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna love it, Richard. You're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. I definitely want to readdress that. I need to put that on the schedule somewhere. But that's what I did, and like. You're gonna love it. It's gonna blow your mind. Yeah, you need to get a schedule going. Scott, you can fit something in somewhere. Yeah, I mean, my problem is, Corey, my problem is, I started this journey on like an experiment to just kind of share what I love to do and what I'm really passionate about. My biggest like kickoff from that was, I really enjoyed doing this, and like I have nobody in my inner circle that cares. Nobody was like, I would have my friends and of course my immediate family would try and go, oh yeah, that's okay, yeah, you're doing a good job, but I didn't feel it, so I'm gonna share it on the World Wide Web and see what happens. And then before I knew it, like literally, like really early on, I was like it was like two people at the time, and I remember one of them distinctly, which I need to reach out to. It's like, hey, that's really cool, dude. Good job. And it was the first person that acknowledged like what I was doing, and I was like, I need to come out with another one like next week. And of course, you can't do that in making because it takes a long time to do. But that's how my weekly schedule started. I literally got obsessed with like sharing what I love to do. I literally am obsessed with it. I cannot wait to show you guys the stuff that I've been working on week by week by week. I'm obsessed with just sharing what I love. But yeah, I definitely need to reach out to that guy. He's since he's on TikTok. He's since switched his profile name. But yeah, just a random guy somewhere that's just like, hey, good job. Literally sparked everything. There's been a lot of days, especially early on, where I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's just so incredibly stressful to do all this. And now I don't care. I don't get stressed at all anymore. There's a lot of nights where I don't sleep. There's a lot of mornings I have to get up really early on my day off, like just so I get a few things done before like the family stuff starts, and it's all worth it. I love it. Yeah, I mean you gotta like the best way I can address that, Rogue. That's a lot of what people in your face will tell you. Like, hey, it's great. So I get really hard, and this is probably a flaw of mine. I get really hard on myself. So I admit myself, and I tell you guys when I think something's gross and disgusting. That way it confronts everything right off the bat. You don't have to tell me you like it. I want you to tell me that you don't. I want you to tell me it's gross. I want you to tell me you're in line with my taste. Because experiments don't work unless you get results. That's how I see it. So that's the problem with just having your inner circle try stuff. But you know, dream works out and we go commercial. We'll deal with the reviews. But you know, I mean, making stuff in 1 gallon batches is completely different than making, you know, something commercially. So that would I put thoughts into stuff like that. But yeah, can you even replicate a 1 gallon batch with a 50 gallon batch? I don't even know for sure. I'm kind of the same way. Like Scott and I have gone back and forth about this before too. Like when it comes to like the type of honey you use, for instance, I think if I'm actually trying to smell it, you can definitely smell some differences between honey sources. Even taste maybe, but not polished like other people talk about. But when you make a mead out of it, I don't think I could tell the difference between the honeys. I really don't, and that would really piss off some of the Facebook guys, but. One of the Facebook guys yesterday, because I've been putting up just a link to my YouTube videos every Saturday. That's all I put up on Facebook. That's all I put up on Facebook because I'm incredibly frustrated with it. But one of the Facebook guys yesterday, I put he was like, so it's a braggot, and I'm like, I usually take the high ground. And that was the thought that I was like, I'm just going to let that go. I'm not going to. And then I took the low ground. I put up a gif of Obi-Wan Kenobi standing on Mustafar saying, don't do it, I have the high. I put up a gif this morning. And I'm a little ashamed of myself. I might go back and erase it. uh, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Um, there's lots of different mead styles that you guys know, like Bragg, obviously, with any kind of like ale ingredients, malt and hops and stuff like that. We frequently talk about like Bochet, which is caramelized, the melomels, like the capicels or whatever. That stuff does not get people interested in the hobby, which is why I don't use that terminology. I call it what it is, which is alcohol for the most part. So that's the word I use. You guys hear me say mead a lot because, that's by definition what it could be sometimes. But if you just put up a video and called it Bragg It, nobody's going to watch it. Just a heads up. Nobody's going to watch it. Yeah, I'm not going to do a Bodie Live ever. I'll burn my face off by accident. I guarantee it, because that's just what I would do. And second, yeah, it takes a bigger man than me to do that. I also won't wear a kilt. But that's mostly heritage purposes. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Hello. We're going to start wrapping stuff up here in a second. It has been a fun one. Lots of stuff to do. Yeah, lots of great stuff in the pipeline. Make sure and sign up for my newsletter if you don't already. Let's see. Join the Discord. It's in the profile. Draw the line. Brand new meat every single Saturday. You can absolutely make mead with bread yeast. I've seen people do it a million times over. Absolutely. But you can get yeast pretty easily off of Amazon even. Like, they ship everything, I'm pretty sure. What else? 3 weeks in a row of holiday meads coming your way. 3 Saturdays, you're going to get Yule, you're going to get Christmas, and then you're going to get New Year's. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're kicking out 2025 fast with a awesome pop culture mead that I'm very excited about. It's going to be a smaller community. It's going to be a smaller community, but it's something that I really love. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And it'll touch bases with a couple different themes. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not just like a video game or movie or TV show. It's going to have a little bit of realm of a few different things. Don't worry. What else? I think that's it. Stay tuned. Lots of great stuff coming your way. Yeah. I hope you guys have an amazing day. It's going to warm up a little bit here today. Warmer than it's been the last few days, so I'm very excited about that. And we're just at the beginning. It's not even officially winter yet until after the winter solstice coming up. So once Yule hits, it's done. It's time. It's just going to be cold for a while. Unless you're somewhere smarter than me. Yeah, I will see you guys all real soon. I'll be back Wednesday night, 9 Eastern Standard Time, live. It's going to be a lot of fun, so come back. And for you TikTok subscribers, pay attention today. I'll see you soon. Make some smile today. Go out of your way. Make somebody smile. I'll see you guys. Skull. I love you. Thank you so much.